Yo, what is up, YouTube? It is OG, and today we are going to be interviewing the number one player in Rush Stars. Okay, so Rush Stars is the brand new Supercell game that just came out today, and there's just so much hype around it. Obviously, new Supercell game. Supercell is just such a good company, so everyone is just dying to try it. It is in beta right now. I think only in Canada. I could be wrong. There could be a few other soft launch countries, but it's definitely in Canada. So everyone's doing the VPN stuff, getting the Canadian iTunes and trying out the game. But it's pretty fun so far. So I have around like 2 to 3 hours on the game. Probably, I think I'm like 500 cups or whatever it's called in there. But I wanted to get on, in my opinion, the best player in the game. I think he's been pretty much top three since the second it came out. Like he has just been grinding this nonstop, and it happens to be my editor Toma. Okay, and I've gotten tons of requests to get Toma on the channel. And I wanted to do a Rush Wars video, and I like doing interviews, even though I don't do very many of them. So it was just kind of like kill two birds with one stone plus another. But we're gonna have Toma on, and he's just gonna send some or share some tips and tricks, and just give his insight on the game. All right, guys. So we have Toma on the channel. How's it going, Toma?
Hello, it's going well, Mr. G.
Yeah, how are you enjoying Rush Wars so far?
It's fun. I've been playing it a while now since
A while?
release.
So, what are your first impressions on the game?
I like how it's really fast paced, but the defense needs much more structure to it. There's not a lot of towers now. I know it's still in beta.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see where it develops, but like right now, there isn't that much, and it makes for a really simplistic kind of game.
Do you think that's just because what level are you like currently?
Level 8.
Level 8? Do you know what it
Which
goes up
is
to? That's pretty high though. I think
I
I'm like
don't. Level 8
5.
is the high end. I think the highest level person right now is like level 9.
Okay, and they're just like straight pay to win, right?
They're straight pay to win. Like I'm pay to win, but he's
Yeah.
like pay to win, pay to win. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, obviously it's beta, so they're gonna touch some things up. But let's get into what is your main attack setup?
I like using shields with bazookas.
Okay.
Now, I think shields are like the best troop in the game right now. They have so much tank. You get 2 of them, and they only take up 1 like slot for your attack squad.
So do you
those are
ever pair them
definitely,
with like healing spells or anything like that?
Yes. I use 2 heals. Some people like using rage.
Yeah.
I've seen variants with shields of like people going like pitcher shield or like shield hot shot, the shotgun guy.
Okay.
But I think bazooka works the best because they have really low HP, but they have insane burst damage. They can like 2-shot a mortar.
Oh yeah, they're insane. I just love the bazookas. It reminds me of Brock, of course, dear old Brock. So it's just pretty much shield and bazookas, and then maybe
Yeah.
like one or two other troops.
I like using 2 heals instead of a heal and a rage, or just 2 rages, because the shields, if they die, the whole raid is pretty much over. So with those 2 heals, you can almost like double the HP the shields have, and it's just a crazy like tank.
Okay, so do you typically just go straight for 3 stars, or like there's some bases where you're just like, maybe I'll just get like 1 star and like play it safe?
You have to like look at the base, right? I have to know like the base, like if I think I can only get 1 star on a base, I'll probably skip that because it's kind of like a waste of time.
Okay.
And it's risk because there are some bases that like get like that like counter bazooka and shield.
So what would those bases consist of?
So like bases that have there's a lot of bases right now that have lasers in them. Lasers are like the guys who like have like can like shoot through
the
walls.
troops, right?
Yeah, they have a lot of pierce, right?
Okay.
And they one-shot bazookas. So if you attack
that's
through a
happened once
shield,
or twice.
yeah, straight to the bazooka and your whole attack's done. So I tend to skip those a lot. And like I've seen like up here, like you can see the meta shift like really quick. Like people will like counter what you got. Because right now I think shield and then backup is like meta.
Yeah. Well, the game's been out for like what, like 12 hours, so it's like
12
still
hours, yeah.
developing. I'm sure everyone's like figuring it out.
Yeah. And like there's bases I've seen that are just like 3 shields and a mortar in the back, and it's just there's no way I can do anything against those.
Yeah. So, what's your go-to for defense then? The lasers or?
Yeah, I've tend to stick around lasers. I like cannon a lot, cannon mortar.
Hmm.
Mostly because they're like higher level in my arsenal, but like it's tough. My defense isn't that good. I don't think I got a good like defense map,
Hmm.
but I can still manage like to defend. You have to always like stay fresh, right? You
Yeah.
can't have the same base for like 2 hours. I have to switch it like every half an hour, because I'll see in my battle log there's
Well,
always like
it's pretty low maintenance to switch though compared to like Clash of Clans
yeah
or something, right?
yeah true.
So.
It's pretty easy, yeah. But
So that's something that I found interesting about the game, how they give you a different like base layout, I guess, per day.
yeah,
Um,
I don't like the RNG factor that like some bases are better than others. Just the
yeah,
layout.
I feel like my base is just like super like OP. There's like one choke point, and I just like literally like stack it up.
But yeah, yeah. At high trophies here, like we face a lot of the same bases. Maybe I face like the 10 same bases, and my defense log right now, I'll tell you, the last 8 attacks are by the same guy, Clutch, and and I always like he attacks me once, right? I'll see he gets like 0 stars, then the next he'll get 3 stars. So immediately I have to change my base.
Yeah.
So just the one guy doesn't keep like getting stars from me, right?
Well, that's the thing. You can't really tilt, right? So you're just changing it to prevent him from pushing, pretty much.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only guy attacking me, right? Because most people are like
Pettiness.
scared to attack like a high trophy base.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
it's just him.
What are you like currently in the world? I know you were like number 2 earlier, but have you like kind of maintained a bit or just?
I'm number 2 right now. I'm pushing. I think the number 1 guy got off, so I'm like 9 trophies behind him. I'll probably be number 1 by the time we end this interview, actually, because I'm playing right now.
Yeah, I kind of figured. You seemed a little distracted. How's our buddy Bobby doing?
My buddy Bobby. Oh man, every time I see him, it's like an easy 2 to 3 star. You know? Have you seen his attacks? They're so bad.
Well, you got one of them for the video, right? So I
Oh, we
did have
did,
that one,
yes.
and it looks like he's a little sleep deprived.
Oh, he is, dude. He has nothing on me.
That's awesome. Okay, so what bases do you like specifically look for? Because obviously not the lasers, but like, is there like a specific setup that you're just like, yeah, I can like 3-star that easy every time, or?
Honestly, any base without a laser, I look at and I'm like, yeah, this is easy. Like, actually, that's not true. I have another problem. Hot shots, like the shotgunners,
Yeah.
those are tough.
Really?
I've seen a couple of bases with hot shots,
I haven't.
and I don't.
Yeah,
do
I haven't
well
played against
those.
them yet. On
But-
defense, at least.
Yeah, I like facing really tanky units, like things that have like cannons and tanks.
And like the monkeys
because-
and tanks, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
my bazookas like shred through them,
Mm-hmm.
so I just love those.
Okay, so what do you think about the ladder system? Because obviously it's kind of controversial right now. You can't lose any trophies. So it's kind of a little bit just like how much you play. Like, you think it's.
I 100% agree. This is like the worst ladder system ever. I don't think I can like acclaim that I have like that much skill at the game.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing it nonstop since release, so
So do you plan on like maintaining that until you reach like some sort of end goal? Like, what's
I
the.
want. Yes, there's a trophy road in the game, and the highest like rank or whatever is like 10k.
10,000? Yeah. I saw that.
I want to see. I want to get to that.
It
Hopefully I don't
looks
get
pretty
burned out
shiny. I don't
before.
blame you. What are you doing when Classic WoW comes out though?
Oh no. You've been trying to get me to play Classic WoW.
25 minutes, man. You gotta hit 10k soon.
I gotta stay on my grind.
What are the main levels of like your units that you attack and defend with? Like, and what do you think of the upgrade system?
I usually attack with like level 7 to 8 stuff.
Okay.
There's some like most defenses are around those levels. Like there's some like level 10, 11, or I'm facing a level 12 mortar right now.
What does it go up to? 12? 12 seems to be like pretty
I
popular for
don't know, to be
Supercell.
honest. I just haven't focused really. I just play the game.
Yeah, I'd guess 12 just from like CR and like Clash of Clans originally. It was like
Yeah.
12. That
Could be
makes
a good
sense.
guess.
Yes.
But the level system is kind of janky.
Mm.
It's super expensive to level stuff up if you don't pay, right? Because coins are really hard to get if you're
I've
free to play.
noticed. Yeah. Well, I noticed for about like 2 minutes, then I spent like $50.
Yeah. When you buy coins in the shop, like they're so cheap
Mm-hmm.
with gems. but they're so hard to get free to play. So this game is just like super pay to win, super like who plays the most.
So that brings me to my next question. So you kind of just answered, are you pay to win or free to play? How much have you spent so far?
I'm trash, man. I've spent 100.
100? That's not too bad. I know people that have spent like 500 and they're like,
Yes.
Like,
of this. I'm level 8, right?
uh-huh.
And I've spent 100. There's these guys who are level 9. Imagine how much they've spent, right? And it's a huge
I think
gap.
Bobby's getting there too, like level
Oh,
10 almost.
he is. It's a huge gap from level 8 to 9. Like it
Okay.
costs like 50k coins maybe.
Man,
And
even
that's
level like I'm level 5 right now, or like going on level
Yeah.
6, and it's taking forever.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So like I'm like, wow, I spent a lot, and then I look at these other guys, and I'm like, maybe
It makes you feel a little bit better about yourself.
a little better, yeah. I know, I can afford it.
Okay, so were you ever around for like Clash of Clans and Boom Beach? If so, does it feel like similar to you at all? Because I know myself personally, I was really into Clash of Clans. It's like the first mobile game that like I know life literally. And then Boom Beach, I played for like a month or two too, and it kind of feels reminiscent of them a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't there on the release of Clash of Clans of Boobies because I was like 8, maybe 6 even. So
Oh, you're making me feel old.
so but I do play Clash of Clans right now. I'm playing, and I did play Boom Beach a little bit.
Okay.
It's like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But this game reminds me of Boom Beach, just like the character style.
Yeah,
The graphics,
definitely.
yeah. But
the spells
I like
are
the
almost
gameplay.
identical to Clash
Yeah.
of Clans.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people compare it to like a fast-paced Clash of Clans. I think it's way I see it completely different because Clash of Clans is way more advanced.
Well, yeah, Clash of
This is,
Clans. I feel like with the troop limit and like all the defenses, like you have to think a lot more in Clash of Clans, just because
Yeah,
there's
this
so
is,
many like more variables, right? And
I can
this-
no-brain this, yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about tilting, right? So
And I've never won right now. Yeah, there's no way to lose, which is ridiculous in my opinion. Like if you get 3-starred on a defense, or if
you don't
like,
lose anything.
if you 0-star on attack, you should lose trophies. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
I don't know what the devs were thinking, but I guess
Well, I'm
I'm
sure if they get enough feedback, they'll like change it and stuff. But
they have to.
So, do you think this is a game that you'll be playing for a while, or just kind of like spur of the moment, like I want to get 10k and that's it?
Well, school's starting soon, and I won't have time to play like Brawl Stars a lot, right? Play WoW a lot, So I think
Exactly.
this might be like a little fun game to play from time to time, and I
Time
guess
to
like
time.
I'll play as much as I can, see how high I can get before school starts. So I'm not.
Just want to get number
Excited.
1 to flex to your
I,
classmates.
I want to explore it, see what the trophy road lies.
Okay, Toma. Well, thank you so much for coming on the channel for the interview. I'm sorry for distracting you. I know that you're getting super hyped to play WoW in 20 minutes now.
Oh man, help, guy.
No, there'll be like a week waiting like login queue, so I'm sure you can have time to grind that game. But yeah, man, thank you for coming on the channel. I know it's been requested a ton. I'm sure people were expecting Brawl Stars and some top tier Shelly gameplay, but we'll get that in the future.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right. Well, have fun editing this video, and I'll talk to you later.
It's a slavery.
All right, guys, that is gonna do it for today's interview / video with Toma. So huge thank you to Toma for coming on the channel. You guys can probably tell he's a little distracted. You literally cannot take a moment's rest if you want to be number 1. Like he said in the interview, the number 1 guy's been on all day too, and he got off for like 10 minutes, and like Toma caught up to him. And I think he's number 1 by like the time this video is gonna be out, as long as he maintains it. But yeah, guys, definitely go check out Rush Wars. For me, it's a fun game, but I don't know how much depth it has, and obviously I want to focus on Brawl Stars, and Classic WoW is coming out today. Like any free time that I'm not playing Brawl Stars or like doing some YouTube stuff or anything like that, I'm gonna be on Classic WoW just for the old times. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go check out Rush Wars, and peace.